Hey guys, it's Shadow here, back with another video, and today I've got to talk about something that's been bothering me for a while now. So BTD6 is getting another update, and that's really cool because this new update will feature a new Paragon, new map, all sorts of fun stuff. Even though it's the first update of the year, it's a pretty major one. And the thing is, there's a trend I've noticed with the new BTD6 updates, especially when it features something major like a new Paragon or a new hero. And the main part of that trend is big Bloons YouTubers getting early access to the update to showcase stuff, which is actually a bit of a problem, and later in the video I'm going to explain why. But first, I gotta do my mandatory creator code plug. Trust me, I don't want to do that either, but I gotta afford a new mic somehow, cause I know y'all really don't like the iPhone mic setup I've got here. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute, so don't worry.
Before I start the video, I'd like to tell you guys that I have a BTD6 creator code now. The code is Shadow Viper BTD, so make sure to use it. After you put in the code, make sure to buy double cash in the shop. That way half cash will become actually doable for you. Also, support from the code will make it to where I can finally afford ramen, so it's a win-win. Anyway, back to the video.
Alright, so before I go any further, I would like to clarify that my main issue isn't with the existence of early access itself, rather it's how it's implemented and the amount of time it's showcased before the update. Don't get me wrong, I'm still not a huge fan of early access, but I think it could definitely be implemented better than it is right now, and I think the way it is now could actually be problematic for the community and for the game. My main issue with early access is this: it simply shows too much new content. I know that sounds a bit weird, so let me explain. Let's take the most recent update and the latest round of early access videos as an example. Okay, so most of them show off the new map and how it's laid out, which is really cool and honestly something really valid to show in early access. But the problem comes when we get to the monkey sub Paragon and just how much we've seen of that already. Because looking through the showcase videos of the new monkey sub Paragon, it's basically gone from an early access teaser to a full showcase. SJB got the thing to degree 100 and did a whole late game run on Resort. Isab did all sorts of cool stuff, including a boss fight, I'm pretty sure. And H-Bomb did a whole ass Elite Bloonarius boss fight with it. Not even just regular Bloonarius, Elite Bloonarius. The normal people haven't even gotten the update yet, and the big streamers are already using it to fight off elite bosses. The early access videos have showed off the new ability, they've showed off the submerge function, they showed off how big of the buffs it gives, they've showed off how powerful it is at different degrees. I mean, honestly, what is there to even look forward to and discover at this point? They've already showcased basically everything about it. And that's my main problem with this whole thing, because I'm pretty sure early access is intended to help build hype and get people excited for the update, but in my opinion, it has the opposite effect, because it basically spoils almost everything that's been added. It's basically spoiled everything about the biggest feature of the new update. I mean, let's face it, what is there left to discover about that Paragon? Every major feature has already been showcased in depth, basically. And while that is cool to watch and whatnot, it basically takes away a lot of the fun of going into the game, checking out the new Paragon, and discovering the features for yourself. I genuinely think that level of showcasing actually subtracts from the hype instead of adding to it. It's like if a movie trailer came out and it showed you how the movie ended before it even got into theaters. So yeah, that's my main issue with early access videos. I genuinely think they showcase too much and subtract from the hype instead of adding to it, and I feel like that's problematic for both the community and for Ninja Kiwi. Okay, maybe not so much for Ninja Kiwi. I doubt people buy this game that much based on a single update alone, but just in general for the community, something about this just doesn't sit right with me. Now, I'd just like to say, these are all just my opinions. I'm not sure if anyone else in the community agrees with me. If you disagree, then feel free to leave me a comment telling me exactly how wrong I am, and I will honestly take it because my takes are a bit off sometimes, I will admit. There are a couple other issues I have with the concept of early access, but they're pretty minor and I won't talk too much about them because I don't have a ton to say and I don't want this video to be 23 minutes long. The first minor issue I have is with the timing of the early access videos. Like, a lot of these come out several days before the update. Now, this is mainly just an extension of what I said before, but like, The amount of time before the update makes a lot more people see it, and it ends up spoiling a lot more of the features. The other problem is just one I personally have with it. Probably no one else is this petty and complains this much about stuff, but it honestly just feels a bit unfair to smaller creators that want to showcase stuff but really can't because it's all been showcased already. Like, it's a bit disappointing making a setup to instantly get a degree 100 Paragon in a game when it drops, and then just the big creators that got the favorites with Ninja Kiwi are able to mess with it a week before you even get a chance to. It's just really annoying. I don't think anyone else is annoyed by this. If you are, make sure to let me know in the comments, but like, just for me, I'm not a fan. So yeah, those are my problems with the way early access is now, but just offering up problems without offering up any solutions is just complaining, and while that is what the entire internet does, I like to think I'm at least a slight bit better than that. So here are my solutions to the problem. I think that if early access is kept at all, it should be restricted to posting videos within 24 to 48 hours of the update dropping, not several days before. The shorter time frame means people that aren't necessarily seeking out updates won't have it inadvertently spoiled, and it's just a lot cooler that way because then you at least know the update is close. And when it comes to the amount of content, it really should be more like a sneak peek than an actual showcase. We shouldn't see every single Paragon ability. We shouldn't be seeing just how powerful it is against different bosses. We shouldn't be seeing just how far it makes it at degree 100. We should get like a small clip of the gameplay to see what it's kind of like, and then we can discover the rest for ourselves. Actually, wait a second. Ninja Kiwi's showcase video. It showed off the ability a little bit, destroying some obviously weak targets so you couldn't see its full potential, but it showed different attacks, it showed a sneak peek at the submerge, and showed it popping some weak balloons. Why do we need the early access? The Ninja Kiwi update preview videos show more than enough. Basically, in a nutshell, my opinion is that the early access sneak peek videos should be released a lot closer to the update, and they should showcase way less of the features. But also at the same time, they aren't really necessary because the Ninja Kiwi official video still shows quite a bit. Also, I wanted to clarify that my issue isn't with any of the creators involved in creating these early access videos. I respect their grind, and I respect the effort they put into making these videos. My problem isn't with them, my problem is just with the early access system the way it is right now. If you're still watching the video at this point, shout out to you for being awesome. I can't tell you how much I appreciate the support you give my channel. It really means a lot to me. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe and turn on notifications, and check out my other videos where I do everything from chimps runs to Paragon showcases. It's really cool content, you won't want to miss it. Anyways, thanks for listening to my rant. Make sure to comment your own opinions on this situation down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.